do this. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. We got a great show. Let me stop. Hold on a second. We'll be right back. Wait. Okay. I'm back. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. I can't stop laughing, but it's so cool because I have Sab on the show. Sabrina, what's up, girlfriend? We're going to be talking. I can't even do it. You can get us and follow us and do whatever you want to do, but I'm just having a great time.
Thank you for having me. It's so great to be on your show, and it's so fun being in your presence.
Oh, thank you. Oh man, we were just talking, and all of a sudden we just like she's got so many different wonderful things going on. Can you please tell the audience what it is that you do and how you help people, and possibly even me? I just put myself in there.
You're so sweet. Well, first and foremost, what you must know is I'm a storyteller. I am fascinated with stories. I am fascinated with cultural stories. I think that stories is what builds any form of relationship. And stories are sometimes done in language, like we're building a story right now. Sometimes it's also done in numbers when we look at a budget. And sometimes it's done by different format, like either a podcast or a television show or a book. So that's who I am fundamentally. And my grandma gave me that space when we used to go to church. Every Sunday we would, get a passage of the Bible. And, being 4 or 5, it wasn't really the Bible passage that, I understood, but it was the magic of it. David and Goliath, or Mary and the little baby. Like there's this whole epic when you're a kid, you're like, oh my God, faith just becomes something natural.
Yeah.
And I think more than ever, it is critical. So that's, in a nutshell, who I am and who you get to have fun with. Now, more professionally, I'm an executive producer, and I'm working right now on my international first feature film, Hood Island. I'm also working on 2 television series, and also we're in pre-prod where we're shooting 2 web series. So that's what I do for a living. And where I'm here today is really to share about a 7 years long project, which is Stage Plot Institute. When I started in this industry, and this is what I really want audience to know, I don't care where you're at, who you're at level you're at. If you got a passion, you got a story to tell, it is more than ever possible. When I built my school for 2 things. Number one, I wanted to make sure that people didn't have to go to the struggle that I went through as I was learning, especially, 20 or 25 years of freelancing. So I didn't want people to go and figure it out. And when you figure things out, you must know, it's so easy to just go, okay, this is so hard, I'm just giving up. So that's really, it's just like, man, this is, every time there's a surprise. So that's the first thing that I had in mind. Number 2, I do have a master's in technology of education, specialized in distance learning. So especially around COVID, everybody is teaching. What I wanted to bring is the learning process for adults. So where our institute is a little bit different is we make sure that when it comes to motivation, concentration, and social cultural barriers, when it comes to have a breakthrough in a project, what we literally did the educational thinking. So in a nutshell, this is what I've been up to on top of dealing with my little 2-year-old that I adore, that keeps me grounded and, makes me stop when, because I could work forever. She's like, Mommy, you stop working now. It's about me, my story. So in a nutshell, this is what I do for a living. And, but for what you guys have to know, I'm not here for me. As a producer, what I love is to bring people's stories to life. And it's to really look from marketing, a transmedia, if I'm talking technical perspective, how to bring to your story from A to Z. Most people start writing, most people start podcasting, but they don't have a future of really what they want. When you work with me or when you take one of our courses, no matter if you're a community service or if it's a one-on-one, we really do the thinking of where you're at, where you want to go in 1 year, 6 months, 2 weeks, 5 years, and literally fix those key milestones and work from there. So in a nutshell, this is what we do. And we just launched 2 weeks ago our institute online, 100% online. And I tell people to come and check it out. Our incubator program is called The Art of Broadcasting Stories. In 12 weeks, you'll discover, all the process from bringing an idea to the finish line. And what's really cool in this program is on the last 2 sessions, you would literally have a chance to pitch your project with network, like the money people. Yeah, so we really work hard and literally try to bring something that would serve the community, but serve also a worldwide audience. In a nutshell, this is what we do. You get to have your business plans, your pitch deck, everything you have to literally either sell your story, get started, and bring the concept. We also do live free introductions. So if you want to experience a little bit more about our program, you could check out our website. In a nutshell, this is what I do.
Wow. Wow. And so we're looking at your website now. You know, it's so cool because I saw the video, I saw everything you're doing. And let me go ahead and stop the share real quick. And I was like, wait a minute, hold the presses. This woman here has got the right idea. It is all about story. So when I go on to another podcast or to another TV show, or I'm talking, I say my story, how I got started, why I got started, how far have I come, and you know, what am I looking to do and how can I help other people? Those are the things that I really focus on, and then we can go from there. I think that this right here, what you are doing, hits it on the nail. Your story is your bank account, literally. I mean, if you don't tell it right, you're not going to have enough in your bank account to move forward. So literally, the story is the bank account.
And it's so great that you're saying it like that. And I would say to people, no matter if you're 90 years old or 18, we all have a story to tell. Yes. And sometimes it's a fiction, sometimes it's a book, sometimes it's a podcast, but sometimes it's something very serious, a history piece, a documentary. It comes from different art form. Most people will focus on the arts and on the creative start. What we literally transform is, this is super important, but let's look at the business. Let's get some money in your pocket. Let's really bring this to the great target that you need. And we do it on a 12 weeks part-time, because we know people have busy life, work full-time and doing everything we need to do. So it's really like, how within those 12 weeks, instead of doing it on yourself, you would have live educators. Like, those are educators, not expert, people who knows learning, who would follow you as coaches. Then you have the experts, people from everywhere industries, from the top podcaster, from the top, you know, all of them would literally every week share with you what I think it's critical. If there's something you have to remember in this interview, is how to transform failure, how to make failure your best friend. Yeah. You know, when you get a no, when you don't know what to do not stop, continue, learn from it. And this is what their experts are going to be doing. We have, you know, Oscar winners, experts that I can't say their name, who's going to be coming. We have also regular mom and dad who literally are living from either being an author or a podcaster, just like you, and, you know, really figured something for themselves. All those experts are coming to share with you that it's totally possible. More than ever, you know, there's a way to make your passion a passion and extra income, or literally, you know, transform and have a new career path.
Definitely. And I love that. You know, being a podcaster was not in the cards. I mean, when you got my deck of cards, it did not say podcaster. It didn't say broadcasting. It didn't say media. And it definitely didn't say talking.
You're good at all of it though, honey. It's so amazing.
Listen, I'm a singer, girl. I sing and I'm out there singing. Got I went on the Grammy ballot 10 times. I did all kinds of different things. I've sang with Walter Orange at Brick House. He sang and wrote that song. I've opened up for so many different people. And then they said, no, you're going to talk. And people want to hear you talk. And I'm like, why does anybody want to listen to me? But apparently that's a gift I have. And a lot of people don't realize until they begin to tell their story, you won't literally find out what your gift is. You think it may be what you're doing now. I guarantee you, either you're going to go full force in what you are doing now because that is what you're supposed to do, or you're going to figure out that is not what you're supposed to do just by your story alone. That
Oh
is
my
your
God.
bread and butter. Goodness gracious, girl, you hit it on the nail with this thing. I love it.
I love it. You know, it's so funny. You see, you got something to teach me because I'm the one, they think most of us say, I can't sing at all. I just can't sing. People will tell me, just tell me what you want to say. Don't sing, but it's super great because, I started that I wanted to be a writer. But very quickly I saw that I loved the whole, teamwork. And I was really good in coaching team and seeing other people's talent and bringing them together. I didn't know about executive producer or producer. And then it's suddenly all built in. So I think what you're saying about, hey, explore that creative side of you. If it's, and it's actually going to bring, and even in your daily job, it's just going to bring that higher space that you were sharing about. So I think it's really great at that level.
It definitely is. And you have developed a company, you developed a system that's going to actually help people to bring out the best in them and to bring out those things that they never even expected that would be the main factor, that main, what was that when in math? I forgot, the dividend, the main, whatever that is. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but just to make it simple. Yeah,
X and Y, baby.
Yeah, just to make it simple, if you're a student and you're trying to get to the best school and you can't get in, with those 12 weeks program, at the end, you'll have a portfolio, you'll have a sizzle, you'll have the experience of pitching. And it gives you another chance to enter the door. You also know what's not working. Now, if you're a professional and you're overwhelmed and you don't want all that, you just have a good idea, well, you'll still have everything you need to sell your concept to another project. And this is really what I've done that. I really wanted to make it mainstream. I think the last 3 years with everything went on with COVID and what happened in our community, it was how do we bring communities and stories within the community to your target audience? It's not true that people don't want content. I think, right now we're stuck in a different content when it comes to different, traditional media, but that doesn't mean that you're the living proof. Look how good you're doing. Because people are eager for something new and they will search for you. And this is really what I want to if you guys really want, your passion to the next level, we'll have fun and it'll be, serious. Like you will get the breakthrough and the roller coaster ride that people actually go in show business.
Definitely. I would love, after this is over, I would love to talk to you because I think that, people here, every guest I've had, Tito Jackson all the way down to little old me, okay? People who are just starting out and, not everybody knows the mom and pop, whatever the case may be, everybody, doesn't matter where you are in your career, will benefit from storytelling, okay? You have got to tell it good. You've got to be so good that when people come on and they're hearing you, like Lisa Nichols tells her story. And let me tell you something, I can tell you Lisa Nichols' story, okay? I could start off right where she starts off and I can tell you her story because every time I see her, she tells her story. Your story, regardless of how good or bad it is, that is your blueprint, darling. You have got to get that together. And look,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Really
we always think that our personal story or sometimes our family heritage story, or even if you went through a tough passage and you're getting through it, you will not only benefit, but we make a difference. Because as soon as you open your mouth, there's like what we call almost like the spiritual network magic, where everybody comes together and then a little piece of this grows. So this is really why I love what I do. Like I wake up in the morning and this is what I do. I listen and share other people's story. And I build it also from a financial point. A lot of us don't like numbers sometimes. Well, we support you with those numbers without making it scary. So you can get the funding, to make it happen. It should be coming to your pocket.
That's just, wait, hold on. That's the big thing. Wait, money. I'm good at accepting money, girl. Yes, you want to give me some money? Thank you.
Money. It's because a lot of times, I hear young producers or people who are starting, they're like, I paid for the whole self-publishing book, or I paid for everything and nothing is moving. No. You're an investor. We're creative, storyteller, and entrepreneurs. And you all have that mindset. It's simply, we just don't know how to start it, how to pick it, how to put it together. There's funding, there's grants, there is money out there. It's just simply the way to set it up,
Bye, guys.
Bye. We got a whole... We got a whole team for that, you know? So it's just super fun.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, we definitely got to talk. So, okay, so earlier we were talking about it and you said failure. You know what I don't believe? I don't believe in failure because everything that I have not accomplished or have not succeeded at pushed me in the correct direction on where I did succeed. So I think that failure is just a lesson learned and a direction that is in error. I don't think it's something that we failed at. The only time I feel like I failed at something is when I just don't do it.
And this is great, but you see, this is why you're successful. You got that breakthrough. But most of the people who are listening to us right now, they put their art out there. You put your heart, you write something, you send it to a network, the network says no. You're like, okay, maybe I suck.
No.
I was reading somewhere, I think even Michelle Obama was saying something, she was, suffering from imposter syndrome. So there is that real blind spot of imposter syndrome when we get a no or when we don't get what we want. We think I'm a failure, I'm not good, I'm bad, let me stop.
Right.
And where we literally break through from that is exactly what you're saying. Like, no, you're redirecting your project for the right space to come. And the mistakes that we do is we stop.
Yeah.
And if you guys, if that, maybe that's why you were listening to me today, just don't stop. Learn from it, go ask questions, be willing to open to grow, because we don't know everything. I'm still growing. And push through, like go for it. Keep that light open. And that's what I love about you. Let's bring that light to like a supernova light, kind of thing, like a superstar. Like
now, okay, so this is the story. You ready for the story? So yeah, I designed my own business cards on Canva. It was back in the day when I couldn't pay for the pro subscription, which I love. I love the pro subscription for Canva. But before I could afford that, and before I was making any money with the podcasting, I went ahead and started the free version of Canva. Now they do have they do have a way where you can make your business cards on Canva with it, and I was like designing everything. I put my picture up there and everything. I got everything good. And I sent it off to get shipped here, and in the meantime, I was like, okay, it's going to take a little while. Let me go down to Staples and go ahead and get some generic $20 cards or whatever. So I did that. I ordered some generic cards, only like 250 or 200 or something, 100, whatever the case may be. And I was like, I had been listening to some motivational speakers and they said, you have to go through 100 no's to get to your first yes. So I'm like, okay, I need to start right away. I need to start getting no's right away. I got to get 100 no's and then I'll get a one yes. So the moment I walk out the Staples with my business cards, I'm so excited. And I take my business card, I'm looking at it, and a guy walks by and I said, hey, this is what I do. Would you like a business card? He says, no. I said, thank you. I said, 99 to go.
And you know what? With that kind of attitude, you will definitely, this is why you're successful. People only, and this is also why I bring really like top experts. Like I said, some of them are Oscar nominated, some of them are mom, but they all have one in common. You don't only see the tip of the iceberg, which is the success. You get to see the bottom of it, like what it really took, what kind of mind frame. Because there is a lot of school who tells you how to do it and how to do this. This is not my program. My program is really like about the mind frame, the transformational about how to be. Like what kind of mindset you need to have and what kind of example. And you're that living proof. There's two things I hear in your story. You went out there and you took action. Yes. Most people think, but they don't take action. Right. And the second thing you did, you were willing to go, hey, if I'm just going to go there, I'm just going to take this challenge and get over it. And let me hit that first, person and let me clear the way. And this is really the right mind frame in this business. Yeah. And no matter if you're going to use storytelling because you want to bring a service, a product, or even entertainment projects that you have, this is really what brings it out and makes it fun. It's that journey, it's so great. Oh my God, I love you so much already. We can stay.
It's just, again, story time. You ready? You know what stories do for me? And I know we have limited time together today, but stories are amazing. So I started podcasting in 2006, right? So 2006, for the 2 years I did it because I was very depressed. I wasn't going in the direction I wanted to go in. I was gaining weight. I had my kids. I had my business, multi-million-dollar business, by the way. still wasn't happy because I wasn't in my purpose. I wasn't fulfilling my destiny. I was fulfilling other people's destinies and working for other people and doing things for others, but I wasn't doing for me. So in 2006, I heard about this thing called podcasting. I was like, well, I mean, you know, I got friends. I can interview them, and maybe because I know they're successful, which they were, and you know, maybe I can kind of grab a little bit of that and just kind of put it in my head, and then like it'll bring me up, and it did. And in 2008, I began to leave my podcast and my interviews up on the air for people to see because I hadn't really done a lot. But within those 2 years, those 2 years were very, very selfish of me, but they brought me up. And in 2008, I was able to go ahead and continue podcasting. Now, I had been reaching so many different people because it was in the beginning of podcasting. So many people were like, you know, looking for it. And I had millions of listeners. And all of a sudden, podcasting became this big mega thing. And my numbers went because I had competition, you know. But did I change my model? Yes. A little bit. I changed my model. I learned how to communicate better with other people just by doing it. And lo and behold, here I am today. I'm on LWR TV in London. I'm on Comcast 25 in Georgia. I am on LWR Radio in London and Africa. Sorry, they have London in Africa. I'm also on Amazon and Roku and YouTube and all kinds of different places. But I also have a company that I'm working with now for about maybe like 8 months. And basically what's going on is they've now asked me to go to the red carpet and be one of the media people for broadcasting for the Stomp Awards in Memphis. Girl, I'm gonna be on the red carpet.
Yeah, but you know what is really great with what you're saying is what you did is you never stopped.
No.
And this is really what we do within the 12 weeks program. Most people are not fortunate like you to kind of have that kind of natural mind state. And if we would go deeper in your story, you know, there's a few probably key elements that gave you that strength. So my program, or who I am, and even working with artists, is really to exactly go hit that niche market that doesn't exist. I say that on my website. If we keep doing the same thing and expecting to have the same results, it's just insanity. Everybody's trying to get to Netflix. Stop. That doesn't mean you're gonna have money.
I don't care about Netflix.
You know what I mean?
What is
There's other
what is it?
other doors.
What is it, like $6 every one, what's 500 plays or something? I mean, it's really not a lot of money. It's popularity.
Yeah, I think, you know, they're looking, and that doesn't mean your project can be on Netflix, but everybody's like so much into one space, the best publisher, the best this, and you kind of lose sight of a niche market. It might be in your future, but let's work to make it happen, and let's make it to work it happen as a business to business. And this is really where I come from. I come from the space of, you know, like wholehearted, like going, hey, this is a purpose. There is something here that you could push by looking outside the box, the future of storytelling. And this is what you did. You followed your life, and you were not, you know, by the way, selfish. You know, sometimes the universe hit us with what I call, you know, I won't say the word, you know, a few times, but this is a time where you need to reflect. Yeah. And, you know, unfortunately in our society, we call it depression, we call it breakdown, but it's actually going through that life purpose and that soul searching that we get to privilege, you know, of this time. It wasn't something that was handed to us. It's something that now the universe is giving and God is giving us. So when that happens to you and you listen to the sound and you listen to the whisper, you became contribution for thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening to your podcast. Isn't that incredible? It's like,
it's amazing. It's amazing. I freak out every day. I mean, like literally I'm on garlic just to bring my blood pressure down. I'm not gonna lie.
And you know, my journey has been the same thing. The moment I think two things happen in my life. I think when I hit 40, it was, do I still want to be a freelancer for the rest of my life? Do I want to work for a major corporation and never see my name anywhere? And then when I became a mom and a few series that happened, and I was looking at my daughter and I said to myself, well, when she turns 16 and I tell her, go for your dreams. And then she says to me, well, Mom, did you go for yours? what would I tell her?
Yeah.
And I think that was the motivation of me saying, okay, I'm gonna, incorporate. I have my production company called Production Wojack, where we do original content. We do really production and advertisement. And then the educational side of me 2 years ago said, hey, you want to give back also to the community. You want to create programs, and set people to the right mind frame. And this is how I came up with Stage Plot Institute. And I think that, we'll have fun together. I want to have fun with you. You're amazing, So what you're doing, we need more people like you. And let's have you on, other channels right now. Let's now let's have Netflix beg for you kind of thing.
Yes. You know what? I like people coming to me, because then that means that I'm ready. I don't like to go to people. I like people coming to me, because literally I like to build myself to the point where I'm like, okay, there is nothing else I can do here by myself, but I know people are watching and they could take me to the next level. That's why I know that one person cannot do it alone. If you're not going to go after your dreams, you're going to hinder someone else eventually. And that person that can't take their dream further will not be able to, because you haven't done what you're supposed to do. If you've been interested in this conversation, if you are motivated to go after your dreams today, if you think that storytelling is actually going to help you, then Stage Plot would be the place that you need to check out today. And let me tell you something, your story, again, is your bank account. And if you're looking at your story, every dividend, every valley, every mountaintop is valuable and can be used. Oh, wait, I have to stop. Look at the little doggy, that's so cute.
She even have her story. Right now, we're working on her feature animation.
Oh my God.
It's called Little O, and it's her life story. Like everything you were talking about, Money Bank, everything around your house, you can transform it to a story. Look at how she's actually cuter than me right now. Her story is just gonna be like, all there.
So
everything we have.
I had to stop. See,
everything is a story.
Everything.
She was about to bark, so I had to take her. She was like, "Mommy."
So everything is the story. Your story, no matter how tragic you may see it, is someone else's victory. You've got to get it out there, regardless of how old you are, regardless of how much of a story you have, or regardless of how much of a story you don't think you do have to begin with. It doesn't matter. Your story is going to help thousands. How about if you just reach one? Would that help? Would that be worth it to reach one? I think so. So we're going to go ahead and Sabrina, tell people where they can reach you today.
Yeah, so there's different ways you can reach me. The best way is go check out our website, which says www.stageplotinstitute.online. We're 100% virtual, accessible worldwide. You could also, when you get to the website, there's also contact. Friend us at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just come and check us out, and we'll be there.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I can also give you a few links so you could share with them also.
Yes, definitely. We're going to put that in the description box below so you guys can go ahead and get there. So it's easy for you guys to connect, follow, like, comment, do whatever you need to do. Also, if you have any questions, go ahead and put it down below, and we'll be watching. We will be watching. Okay.
Yeah, and I also have live presentations, so when it's the first page, you just click, there's my calendar, you just book a session, and we do live, 40 minutes presentation. We have literally fun, and we start already giving you tips and gifts so you could get started.
Awesome. Awesome. I am looking forward to working with you in the future, even further, because I do believe that the story is the key to success, regardless of what that may be. I know that some people might have to relive some things they don't want to relive, but imagine if you could save that one person from living it at all.
And thank you so much, Yaya, for the difference and the impact you're making in thousands of people's lives. There's some I know you're aware of, but there's some you never will know. I also know, even though you're here and having fun, some days are harder than every other day. So for everybody who doesn't see what it takes for you to be there, on their behalf, I thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And don't forget to dare to be different. And don't forget to go and check out stageplotinstitute.com. Did I get that right?
StagepotInstitute.com or Stagepot Institute online. That's
There you
right. Just
go.
check out, the links and you have all
Just
the
check out.
infos.
That's right. That's right. And again, like I always say, don't forget to dare to be different, baby. Until next time. Bye, guys.
I dare to be different.